Hello everyone, welcome back to the 20 days Python functions challenge. Now, in this video we are going to cover the higher order functions. So basically, there are three types of higher order function that are map, filter and reduce. The first we'll talk about the what are higher order function. So higher order functions are the functions that accept function as a argument and then perform that function with the help of an iterable. Then there are three types of functions present in higher order functions which are commonly used, that are map function, then filter function, then the reduce. So we'll see one by one each of them. So first we'll start with the map function. So map function takes two parameters, first the function and second the iterable. So I'll show you with example. First we'll create iterable. So I'll creating a list. Now we will create a function. So I am creating a function for cube. So I'll take one parameter x and then I'm going to return x exponential 3. It will print the cube. Now I'll take a variable m, and inside the m I'm going to use the map function. So earlier I told you that map function takes two parameters, first the function, so we'll give the function name, that is cube, and second the iterable in uh, in to which the function is going to perform, so that is the l, and then we are going to print our function m. And when we will execute the code, you will see that it is printing map object at this address. So basically it is printing the object map. So for converting this into a list, we are going to use the list function. And when I'll execute the code again, and this time you will see a list of items, and this time they are changed and they have become the cube of these elements. So there is 8, which is the cube of 2. Then there is 27, that is the cube of 3. Then there is 64, that is a 4. Then 125, that is a cube of 5. And 216, that is a cube of 6. Now, it is not necessary to define a function like this. We can use lambda functions also here. So suppose we can give lambda function for performing the cube part. And when we will execute the code, you can see the same result has been printed. Now when we'll do for the square, now this time we'll see the list of these numbers, these list of items getting converted into their squares. So this was for the map. So it gets performed on each element and then that iterable is get printed. Now we'll see for the filter function that what the filter function does. So the filter functions filters the list of items present in our iterable. So I'll show you how. So for that I'll create a function, that is for that I'll define a function. Now I'm creating a function for checking is even, and again I'll take a parameter x and then I'm going to return x. For checking for even, we just simply check for the remainder, that is equal to 0. If the x is divisible by 2 and the remainder is 0 equal to 0, then it is an even number. And now we are going to store our filter function into the variable f, and inside it we are going to give our function name, that is even, and then we'll give our iterable. So I'll keep my iterable same. You can take any other iterable. So I'm taking L as my iterable. And now when I'll print it, when I'll print F, so it will say, again it will print the object. So for converting this object into list, we have to use the list function. And now when we'll execute the code, you will see that the even numbers present in our list has been printed and the odd ones has been removed from our list. So you can see here that 246 only gets printed. Now we can check it using the lambda function also. So again, it is not necessary to define a function. If your function is getting used only once, so you can create a lambda function also, and you can again give. Now this time we'll check for the odd ones. So we'll give not equal to 0. And when we'll execute the code, you will see that only 3 and 5 gets printed and all the even items gets removed. Now we'll see the reduce function. So first of all, for using the reduce function, you have to import uh, the reduce function. So it is present in the functools module. So we can import it by writing from functools, and then we are only importing the reduce function. That's why we are writing like this, that from functools module import only reduce function. And now what we are going to do, we'll again create a function, and this time we'll create a function for uh for the reduce function. So for that we'll create an add function, and we'll take two parameters x and y, and we are going to return the sum of x and y. And after that we are going to store this reduce function into a variable r, and then we are going to simply use our reduce function, and we'll give the function add, and then we'll give our iterable l, and we have to print it also. When you'll execute the code, you'll see that the addition of this items present in our list has been printed here, which is the resultant is 20. Now what does the reduce function does here or perform here, that it takes 2 as x and then 3 as y, and then perform the addition, and then the addition, after the addition it becomes 5. Now this 5 becomes x and this 4 becomes y. Now what happened, that this 5 plus 4 becomes 9, and then this 9 becomes x, and this 5 becomes y, and then again the addition is performed between them, and then it becomes 14. Now the addition between this 6 and 14 is performed, because 14 is converted into x and the y is our 6, and then their addition becomes 20, and then 20 is the output. Now if we'll change the output, means if we'll change the list, so what will happen, it will again take 20 and 40 as 20 as x and then 40 as y, then it will perform the addition, then 60, then the output will be 60 of this resultant, and then 60 will become x, and this 50 will become y, and then again the addition will be performed, and it will going to perform until this list of items gets to the value of 1. Now when we'll execute our code, you will see this time the value is 170. So this was all about the higher order functions. So thanks for watching the video. We'll see you in the next video.